sponsored by DavisMusicPro.com. What's happening, people? You're tuning into Comedy by Coincidence with Chris Davis and Ty Young. What's up? This is off the Forgiving Tree demo, bro. I wanted you guys to listen. This is Cigarette Sunglasses. We'll just do a little bit of it. What's up, guys? That's a hell of a song right there. And what's happening? This is episode 28. Glad to be here with you. What's happening, Ty? How you doing today, brother?
Just another work day. I'm just trying to figure out the camera for a second, so I'm half distracted.
No, you're good.
Which way do I?
What captures your best angle? You know, what looks good? You always look good, though. I mean, it's easy. When you're Ty Young, it's easy. That beard's looking full, bro. That's for sure.
Thank you.
Are you in Scotland right now?
Yeah, I'm still in Scotland. It snowed today, which was nice to experience for the first time in 3 years. Well, that's not true. A year.
Yeah.
Yeah, about a year.
But it's definitely different being in another country and seeing snow. That's neat.
Mm-hmm.
But Scotland's beautiful with a bunch of white blanket on it, you know. So, but
yeah, but it's also still technically the UK, so the rain came afterwards and just washed it all away. So it's just cold and muddy.
Cold, muddy, a little bit wet.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like your comedy. No, I'm playing. Wow. You set him up for me, and I knock him down. You know, it's bowling out here.
I mean, that's what you got to do when you play volleyball, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Did you have a good Thanksgiving?
I had a nice, peaceful, quiet Thanksgiving, which is what I wanted. I tried not to talk to nobody and just, did my thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah, brother. Did you end up going to the bar like you were saying?
I did go. Actually, that was on Thanksgiving. Now that I think about it, I'm a total liar. I didn't have a calm evening. I went to an open mic. I crashed another music open mic at a live music bar. It's the only way. Live music pub.
So another open mic at a music joint.
Yeah.
Nice.
Except this was by far the worst. Like it was the worst out of
Oh,
all the
no.
music mics I've crashed so far. Um, because all right, so it had like stadium style audience barricades
Okay.
in front of their short little stage. So already that's like an extra 4 to 5 feet of extra distance in between you and the audience, not
Right.
to account for the dance pit, which is like another 6 feet before you reach the first table. So you're dealing with an extra 10 feet of space that's not really good for comedy there, right?
Right. And they
And
heard
then
Ty Young was coming in town, and they thought they'd have another Astro World, so they barricaded just in case, you know?
exactly.
Oh, this is tremendous.
And so it was just like it was a bad space for comedy to start with, and then like I I would not kid you when I say maybe solid 5 minutes before my set, a huge like another live music event let everybody out, like some concert or something like that,
Yeah.
and then they all came to Drummond's. So you know,
So you actually
the
had a
host-
pretty decent crowd.
I had a decent crowd, except the crowd was all ordering from the bar. The crowd was longer than the PA system, so that 10 foot of space, that's where you could hear me, where nobody was sitting or whatever or standing. Like
Right.
that's, people at the table were like, I get bits and pieces. It sounds okay, and it was just it like I couldn't hear them. They couldn't hear me. I couldn't hear the PA system over the flash mob of people that just took over the back area of the
Yeah.
bar. And then they were talking, and it was just it just developed into the worst situation for comedy ever.
But there were like a
especially for
couple,
person that-
like maybe how many people you think were in the like close crowd? Because from what I'm
there were
picturing,
maybe, in my opinion, there were maybe like 8 people in the close crowd, and then another 10 to 15 in the tables behind that. But
Right.
the closer you got to the bar and the
you couldn't
standing
hear
area
you
in the
at all.
back,
Absolutely, I
the
understand.
less you got, you know.
So at that point, you're
The
just
functionality
like playing
of this
for
place is-
those 8 people up front who can hear you, you know. And then maybe
Yeah.
you bring your set volume up, like just personally, you start yelling, like
I tried
for the
everything
guys
I
in
could
the
think
middle.
of to get more attention. I almost started, wait,
Okay.
screw it, I'll take the hit on this one. I almost started like I attempted to get the table people to try and scream "fuck the bar people." Like I tried that a couple times, it didn't work out, and then I tried screaming, "Hey bar people, say fuck the table people." Nobody from the bar was listening, so it was just like
Absolutely.
I tried everything I could think of. It was basically.
But that's,
like,
whatever.
it's like you walked in on Super Bowl Sunday and you're going to try and do a comedy set
Right.
2 seconds before kickoff. It's not going to work out no matter what you do. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
nobody wants to hear the comedian at the rave, you know what I mean? Too
Yeah,
either. So,
exactly.
yeah. That's not what they showed up for.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, more power to you. I'm glad you're hitting those open mics. I'm glad you're fucking getting some stage time, and even those shitty situations, those shitty clubs and the rough nights, they all like make us better, right? You know.
I mean, yeah. The last words I said before I got off was, "Well, this has been very instructional. Goodbye." It was just like I accepted what happened. It was a bomb. It was a bomb, 100%.
Like into the mic, you're like, man, I learned my lesson. I think I learned a lot tonight. Good night.
Exactly.
Fuck yeah. Well, I'm sorry that it didn't go as well as you thought, but man, fuck yeah. And you know what? Especially it's a music venue, right? It was like one of those
Mhm.
music pubs. You're already kind of
Exactly.
out of your element by doing it. So like, but Joey
Mhm.
Diaz didn't get anywhere by not trying. You know what I mean? You got to fucking get
Exactly.
out there and find the stage and find the place. And in the UK, it seems like there's more music venues and they're more. And you know
Mhm.
what? Maybe I need to go to the UK. That's what's up, bro. I feel like we'd do fine over there, music wise. But
Yeah, every town has at least one music open mic. I can tell
Right.
you that much. I
Right, that's
found
what it
plenty
sounds
of
like.
those.
and tell them you're an American band, that might get them psyched out, bro.
Mm.
Ooh.
And the other good
Ooh.
idea of going to the UK is like no matter who you choose in your lineup, they can take infinite amount of drugs. They'll live forever. It'll be great. It'll work out for the band. The only one they got to worry about is you.
Right. And generally the drummers. I don't know. I don't know what
Generally
it
the
is
drummer.
about drummers, dude. They're their own. They're their own like sect of people. I don't understand them. They're so strange. Oh my goodness. Hold on, dude. I need to get rid of the music real quick. Hey, look. It's Ty. What's up, dude? I can see your
Hey,
pretty
man.
face a little better. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We do have Dr. Evil here.
What's good?
She might be throwing in those dope sound clips. I can't hear them. I bet Ty can. Ooh, yeah, we get that
I
view.
can. They've been on point today.
Fuck yeah.
Thanks.
As always, thank you. We had a pleasant little Thanksgiving, dude. But when you get married, you got to go to like 3 times as many. I don't know how it becomes 3 times as many Thanksgivings. You know what I mean? Because normally you would just double it, right? How's it happen? How did we go to 7 Thanksgivings? It was insane,
With
bro.
the 7 Thanksgivings.
Yeah, over 3 days, bro. It's and like when you have a 4-day vacation for Thanksgiving and you're like using 3 of them to do family shit, you're like, yo, wait, no, I don't want to work tomorrow.
Exactly.
Shit. So,
Is there? Will the entire family disown you if you prioritize next year and maybe like just go to the parents?
yeah, everybody
Just-
would be pissed. That's how that works out, brother. When you have that
okay.
extendo family, that talks, that's tight, you know. Yeah, everybody gonna get mad.
I get it.
feel me?
So then,
Woo! Bro, I could have swore I just saw a ghost in your fucking room. There was like a light that went from the fucking where the curtains are and like
Yeah.
went across the top. We're gonna roll back that footage after this, bro. Oh my god, you'll see when I bring this up.
oh,
You'll see it. It was in the freaking video, bro. Ghosts invaded
you
this
telling me-
episode.
Are you telling me I missed my first alien thing?
It might have been a UFO. It might have been outside. I don't know. We'll check it out after the episode airs. But let us know in the comments. Is it a UFO or a ghost? I don't know.
Mm-hmm. We'll find out.
Sorry to cut you off, but paranormal shit doesn't just happen every day.
Hey, when you see it, you got to call it out. You know, it's just like what you're supposed to do on a New York subway, where if you see something, say something.
Now,
Right,
I should ask real quick: are you on a ground level?
No, I am not on a
that's
ground level.
extra.
However, let me give out the facts that airplanes fly across this window. The airport's right near here.
Dude, you should have not said that. You should have let the viewers guess and be like, "Oh shit, did a UFO just fly by?"
Well, we can easily just cut this part out, right? Or we just fucked it all for everybody.
I think we fucked it all for everybody, boss.
Well, hopefully.
Stick around. It's okay.
Hopefully
It's
our
okay. We're
our
honest.
listeners are dedicated and they stop listening and made their guess before they continue the episode.
Look, we're if nothing else, dude, we're honest with you.
Mm-hmm. Where is? You're gonna look at my keyboard for a second, but we can keep talking.
That's okay. Hey, look at Ty's hands. Those are the hands that work. Oh, and there's the alcohol, which makes him work. So tremendous. No, it gets you through it, buddy. It's okay. It's okay. Hey, I give you no grief. You will hear no grief from me.
Like I just said, it's I just got off work not too long ago, so I'm
totally.
a big believer of having at least one drink after work.
Totally, dude.
Yeah.
I'm trying to set us up while you're taking a drink to get our Google Chrome going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, look at that. Now, I'm going to have to move to type in some news stuff. But let's investigate the news together, bro. It's been a while. Yeah, hold on.
Okay.
Maybe I can take the mic with me. Hold on. Whoa! Okay.
I got something news related. It's not related to comedy.
Okay.
Um,
Hit me.
well, that's a whole. Nobody cares about the royal family.
No,
Yeah, no,
I want to
fuck
hear
that.
about it. You're over
Skipping
there.
over it.
You're over there. Let's hear about the royal family real quick.
Let's hear about the royal family. Let me see here. I saw a headline today that decided to name a documentary "Sucks It" instead of Megs It. It's a documentary on the Duke and Duchess of Sussex leaving the royal family and going to Los Angeles to start a movie, whatever the fuck they're doing. It's the whole Harry and Meghan
Yeah.
bullshit. Sucks It is a better um, name, honestly, for the documentary because they do suck. Uh, and also, they like, there's rumors of Megan going for a presidential bid, but she's not American anymore ever since she got a royal title. That makes her the definition of not American by having a royal title.
Right.
So, the best she could probably go for is like no public office ever because nobody's voting for a dirty, dirty royal British person.
So, okay. So it's like fake
Uh,
news over there a little bit. But, I mean, they do
not,
got the documentary on it. So, sucks it.
Yeah, sucks it.
Sucks it.
I mean, I'm more than confident in pronouncing it wrong, but sucks it sounds way better.
Okay. I'm looking at the comedy news. Here, let's switch over to that real quick. And it looks terrible this week, bro. SoPac has a comedy cure for midweek blues. So does Comedy by Coincidence, man.
Mm-hmm.
What lies behind the increasing resistance to Indian stand-up comedy?
Mm-hmm.
I actually want to know more about this. Let's go check it out.
India has actually exploded in stand-up comedy in the last couple of years. There's a lot of really good comedians coming out of there.
Oh no. Is this going to be one of those pay for? I'm going to hit a paywall thing? No, it's just a freaking ad that I can't get rid of. Stand-up comedians in India prepare for a lot of things. Awkward silences or an audience that is not in on the joke. But over the last decade, amid increasing instances of fragile egos and easily hurt sentiments, an FIR has also come to be one of them. I don't know what that means. What's an FIR? We're learning things today, guys.
FIR, FIR, FRI?
An FIR.
FIR. I believe that's a federal government thing.
Okay.
I know I've looked into this a little bit where a lot of comedians are getting in trouble for making political comments about politicians or rich people. So freedom of speech is not
a guarantee
as
over there,
ingrained into their society as it is ours.
Okay, I guess I'm reading through this a little bit. Oh my gosh, this freaking ad I can't get rid of, and I'm sure y'all are seeing this. This is ridiculous. I can't read the. On November 15th, Das 42 posted a YouTube video that presented observations on India, some intended to expose the nation's hypocrisies and ironies, at a sold-out show at the Kennedy Center, Washington, U.S. I come from, and this is a quote from, I guess, the thing. I come from an India where we take pride in being vegetarians and yet run over the farmers who grow our vegetables. It was part of this piece, as were remarks on Bollywood, cricket, and PMC Cares Fund. What I'm hearing is he's just like taking what he knows and what his culture, which is what you're supposed to do as a comedian. As a guy from St. Louis, I talk about St. Louis a lot. You talk about Seattle and traveling and your travels, you know what I mean? He's just trying to relate the experience back for an audience, you know what I mean? But
and also he has done what every comedian has, where every country has their own set of hypocrisies,
right,
their own set of contradictory principles believed by one side or another, or just blatantly it comes down to the history of some side where the government says one thing and then there's reality. It's he did, like you said, exactly what a comedian is supposed to do, to point out the funny hypocrisies and irony of the daily life of their
Right.
surroundings.
It doesn't end there. Let's keep reading a little bit. That's not. I mean, he did a show in Washington. He said some shit. The video went viral. Okay. The viral
Mm-hmm.
clip from the show lasted about 6 minutes. As of this week, at least 2 persons associated with the BJP in Mumbai and Delhi have lodged police complaints against Das. The Madhya Pradesh Home. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing this, guy, so I'm doing my best. The Home Minister Naratan Mishra, also from the BJP, have disallowed Das's future performances in the state, and INC spokesperson Singhvi tweeted that Das has generated the evils of a few individuals and vilified the nation as a whole in front of the world. Das is the latest in a long line of stand-up comedians and satirists who have been intimidated or arrested in recent years for hurting religious or national sentiments. Jesus Christ, man.
Oh yeah, no, being a comedian in India is a risk. That is they are going through the Lenny Bruce era of stand-up comedy, and it's really unfortunate to see. For those that are unaware, Lenny Bruce is basically the first what you would call dirty comic, where he started cussing on stage
Yeah.
and discussing more taboo subjects. And this was back, I believe, in the 1950s, if I'm getting the dates right. And his story is really sad because he became really famous for being a dirty comic. He did a couple late night appearances that propelled him, but then the authorities of the time arrested him nonstop for happened to say a dirty word or
Yeah.
make a lewd action or something throughout like Chicago. He was basically ran out of the state of Iowa, a couple other states, and all of his legal fees piled up. So he ended up dying of a heroin dose, broke in I want to say San Francisco. He basically fathered and created modern U.S. stand-up comedy.
Yeah. We wouldn't have
You
Joey
know.
Diaz without Lenny Bruce, For real,
Mm-hmm.
for real. I mean, he takes a lot from his book. But yeah, let's get off this. This is terrible comedy news. Other comics have also faced backlash on the grounds of hurting sentiments, religious or otherwise. It is clear that political humorists come from two Indias, one where they're thrown in jail for a joke, and oh my gosh, screw this writer though. But I mean, terrible stuff, man.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Why are we not going back? Come on, internet. Come on, internet.
um, I've yet to see. Go down a little bit more, because I do have a piece of news, and I'll let you know.
I mean, South
actually
Park's
did
got a
research.
new post-COVID special, and I'm
Mm,
excited to watch that. I haven't seen it yet, though. The pandemic special was pretty awesome.
yeah, I just.
What news you got, buddy?
I've been avoiding some material just so that way, like the stuff I'm developing isn't mished into that.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
I got you.
I would rather be accused of similar thinking than watching something and then accidentally stealing it. You know what I mean? Let me see here.
All right, Missouri news. Just a little
Missouri
bit
news.
to remind you of home. Scenic Missouri Bridge, the site of horrific 1991 murders. Tremendous. We're off to a good start. All right. Okay. Here's a good one. We never get good ones from Missouri. Donations pour in for Missouri man freed after 43 years.
Ooh, that's most excellent.
That's cool. We never hear anything good like that.
Cool people helping people. That's unusual for Missouri.
Kinda. The circumstances, from what I understand, are a little off.
Oh.
I believe, and I mean, you have the article, so you can double check me on this. But I believe the circumstances it was under is that he was released past the point that the state is going to compensate him for it. And so he was essentially being released after being
wrongly accused
and then not being comped for it.
Okay, so fuck Missouri,
So
but
I
thank God for the
So-
charitable people who helped him out. You know what I
might
mean?
have it wrong. I only heard it in passing, but I've heard the funds are being raised because the state isn't stepping in a way that they're supposed to.
A couple of missing people.
So basically, the state found out he was wrongly accused, probably sent him through some bureaucracy, and then was like, "Oh, we kept you so long, we can't afford to pay you."
Yeah, exactly.
That's some bullshit. That's some first-class bullshit.
But a bunch of people raised money for him and helped him out. So I mean, that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Which is what the world needs: mad love and respect for those that helped him out.
Yeah, mad love and respect, guys. Help somebody out today, you know? What are you doing today? Are you a bad mofo? Help somebody out. Here, we'll get off the news.
I will say, I've never met a single person out there, a single person who won't die from a donut, say no to a donut. All right?
Oh, the donuts! Right. So give somebody a donut, you know?
Give somebody a donut.
Send us a donut. How about that? That'd be tight. I don't know how that would work out. Maybe email us. ChrisDavisMusicPro@gmail.com. Bro, we'll figure out the details.
So my piece of comedy news, we don't have to look up an article or anything. Once again, Dave Chappelle strikes.
Oh no.
So he was supposed to get a theater named after him from his artistic high school.
Right.
Artistic high school bowed out because the students made a fuss. So he decided to go and have a conversation with the students, which is bold, which is very bold. A little creepy at the same time.
Yeah, a little like, hey man, are you really obsessing over this much? You need to go talk to a bunch of kids about it.
A 50-year-old man going to defend his comedy to a bunch of 16, 14, 17-year-olds. Like, what are you doing, bro? But at the same time, it's a brave move because you're not a lot of good could come out of that situation, especially when people have certain mindsets where they're not willing to approach the table and have a good willful debate,
right?
And not put the emotions aside and hear both sides of the story and actually get to the meaning behind the joke rather than taking the joke at face value. Because ultimately, you have to remember, Dave is a comedian. He is making jokes.
But also, most of the people pitching the stinks haven't even watched it. You know what I mean? If you're going to pitch a stink, at least go see what it's about. You know what I mean? So.
Well, I mean, once again, that's
point too.
Approach the table with an open mind. How can you have a debate about someone's material without even hearing the material? It's one of those, like, that's... I don't know. Have you ever taken a debate class, Chris?
Yeah.
Okay. I've taken some debate classes, and they've gone epically horrible because I am a poor debater. I make rash decisions, and I stick to them, right?
Right.
Evidence be damned. And
much like those chips you were talking about before.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm slowly developing out of that, but it's one of those... I will take your evidence and I will try and twist it to fit my benefit rather than pretend your evidence doesn't exist anymore. I'm getting better at it. I'm getting better. But if it's irrefutable facts, what can you do? Then you're not having a debate. Now you're just trying to win. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Much like talking politics at Thanksgiving.
Exactly. It's just a horrible idea.
It's like, no, I'm gonna go take a walk. You know what I mean? 100%. Happy Thanksgiving to our listeners, bro. We are so thankful for all of you, especially if you've made it to this point in the episode. I want you to comment on the episode, #TrueSavage, dude. Because you are a savage.
Absolutely. I know I've said a lot of probably not as funny stuff.
No, it's okay.
But
we sprinkle it in. It's a coincidence if it happens, you know. We don't lie. We're honest, bro.
Exactly.
Straight the fuck up with y'all.
The perfectly bribable, honest podcast. That's what we are.
Oh, perfectly bribable, bro. I don't have a whole lot. I'm gonna try to come up with some extra material for next time too. But we got the demo pretty much done. It just needs a little bit of mastering at this point. But you heard the rough one of the rough mixes when we started this. So
it was a solid song, man. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you. Again, we got a show coming up January 6th. If you're in St. Louis, I want you guys up at Red Flag, 7 o'clock on a Thursday. It's kind of ridiculous. I think you could come a little bit later. We're going on 3rd, so yeah, it's gonna be a blast, bro. And you found any more open mics in the upcoming future?
I'm kind of excited and terrified. I'm doing a show in London on December 16th. And it's a survival show, which it's a new format that I think I'm going to enjoy because it'll give me a more honest representation of where I'm at. And it's basically you get 2 free minutes. And then after those 3 minutes, there are audience members with cards. If 3 cards go up, they shut the lights off on you, and your time is done. So it's not like you have 5 minutes and that's your time.
Yeah, that's interesting.
You have 2 minutes, and you have to fight for your life to get the other 3 minutes.
That's kind of cool.
You know, so I think it's gonna be an interesting, fun experience.
Bring your A game, bro.
Exactly.
That tried and tested material.
And so that's December 16th, and then on the I got a solid 5 minutes on the 20th, which I'm excited for. And then I found a couple groups that, you know, there's typically last minute spots that appear that I can hop on, distance permitting and all that. So
yeah. Make sure when you're getting off stage, when you're saying good night, you go, hey, I got a podcast, Comedy by Coincidence. You can follow us on YouTube if you want to stay in touch. Okay?
Absolutely.
Something like that.
Yeah, for sure. I'm definitely I'm working on a podcast section now, honestly, that I'm going to try and shove at the end, and hopefully it works out.
Nice, baby.
Well, at the end of the 2 minutes, so that way it slides in, so that way it's for sure in there versus, you know, it
hoping to God I remember. Yeah, I feel you. That's kind of cool. Yeah, make fun of me as much as you want, brother. Because when I hear it, I'm coming at you, bringing that chop A game roast material.
You know, and then I already told you about December 20th, and then I'm going to try and find a spot in Belfast and see what happens there.
Nice.
Newcastle seems dead, but we'll find out. They're just restrictions are going up a little bit, so I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, with that new Omicron variant, everybody's shutting down, so...
Yeah,
God bless you, brother.
We're back to who the fuck knows, you know?
Yeah.
And then I've decided that in January, this is an announcement. In January, I'm going to be going back out to Seattle, and then I'm going to do a whole bunch of mics out there. It seems like I might be able to get a different mic every single week, which would be fantastic. So that's what I'm doing, because I want to go see Mama, you know.
Yeah, get a little Christmas time in, especially if you not skipped out, but we had to work for Thanksgiving, you know what I mean? So go get a good Christmas in. Might see you around the New Year's too, so fuck yeah, bro. Be happy to have you back in the States. With all these travel restrictions going up, I just worry a little bit, you know.
No, the
You'll be
United
fine.
States government is friendly to its citizens always returning. You know,
Yeah.
they want to make sure we return to our corporate overlords as soon as possible.
Yeah, they want your money. They want that tax revenue.
Exactly. So, other governments, perhaps the Australian government, don't care as much, and they let their citizens stay abroad with no way to fly home. But you know, not every country is kind to its citizens like America.
Mad love and respect. I'm proud to be an American. No, I'm playing.
Says the man wearing the flag shirt.
I am wearing a flag shirt, so that's perfect. Proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. So, yes, I don't have a whole lot else for you, brother. You're looking good. Keep up the good work. Keep hitting those open mics. I'll see you around the New Year's, okay?
Yep. It'll be really exciting.
Are you ready to carry this podcast till the New Year's?
For the new Carrie, where the fuck
What are you
going,
talking about?
man?
Anyways, guys, it's been awesome. You guys have a great little week. Hope you guys recover from being comatose and enjoy Thai for the next 4 weeks, all right? Mad love and respect. I'll see y'all in the new year. Peace.
Later.
Thai's like, what? What are you talking about?
The fuck you talking about, man? I mean, I'll do it, but
I'm going to have a bunch of solo Thai episodes coming up, so get ready for that. He's laughing because he's scared.